Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 2. This is officially episode 2 of the Morning Breast. It should be episode 3. We had technical difficulties with episode. Yeah, I deleted some audio by accident. It's an accident, guys. Anyway, today with me, he's supposed to already be introduced, but one of the hosts here, his name is Andre. This will be him. He's a co-host here on this podcast. And then today with us, we are joined by the fabulous Beef, or Ethan, and
he's known as Beefin.
I won't get too much into all his adjectives because we'll dig into that this whole podcast. But
Jesus.
But I'll let you guys just keep it a mystery box right now, okay?
He prefers Hershey.
Yeah.
I've never heard that one before.
All right, so Beef, how are you? I know we've been already talking for a couple hours, but how are you doing today?
Just like we've been talking for a couple hours.
Yeah.
It's a little drunk. Not too much.
I'm
Wait, you've
I'm
been
down.
day drinking without me?
Not too much. So don't sweat it. I don't have much to drink.
I need to go? I would go grab a bottle right now if I didn't have to work in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down like a single. I'm just gonna keep it to a beer because honestly, I really need to just not.
I'm just gonna keep it down to like 6 shots of whiskey.
No, you gotta.
I have some music to record later.
Instead of beer.
Let me grab my monkey shoulder. Yeah, that's the real thing. Like, I really need to just start. I just need to start my addiction soon, but like only hard liquor, so that I don't get that belly.
Every time I've seen you drink hard liquor, I've seen you get sick.
Well, I mean,
that is what happens.
It's not me, it's my stomach, all right?
I don't ever get sick. You hardly ever get sick, Ethan.
That's true. I think if you're saying sick, as in like you've thrown up.
Like throwing up, yeah.
No, he's talking
Twice,
about like
probably.
getting down and
Wait,
dirty.
maybe 3 times.
Because
Because there's that one time I blacked out, and I barely count that one because I blacked out and I don't remember it.
Was that the ever?
You sound like a girl.
You
sound like a girl. I fucked him, but I don't remember it, so it doesn't count.
Hey, dude, you know how to be.
Ethan, you wanna Ethan, you wanna give your experience on Everclear? It doesn't have to be anything long, but you can just give
okay. I guess I can tell that story.
Give us that story.
That's a good one. So this is like the first time, not first time, maybe second or third time I've like ever drank anything.
And we were legal at this. Ethan was legal and I was legal.
No,
yeah,
it wasn't. Stop lying.
But,
so
just put it out there. He was not legal. Fuck it.
So we're drinking, or
like 12.
we go to this little house.
Yeah, we were 12.
It was Aaron's house, all right? It was like their room. And so we give them some money, and they come and they give us Everclear, and I've never heard of Everclear in my life because I know nothing about alcohol and never been drunk before. So I have no idea like what the gauge is.
This is when they stole his innocence.
And so
like
I just
fresh
started
21.
like swigging Everclear. Because I didn't know anything about like just drinking and then it catches up to you. So I probably drinking like literally like a fifth of this bottle of Everclear.
Wait, no one's telling you? No one's like warning you?
They thought it was cool.
They were fine. Yeah, they were fine. They said, "Keep going, buddy."
They didn't think to stop me.
I mean, you are a pretty tall guy, so
But so it pretty much all started hitting me at once, and I just remember sitting down and then waking up without a shirt because I threw up everywhere, and they had to take my shirt off to watch it.
Well, listen, Beef. By the way, guys, we won't go too much into it, but Ethan's name is also Beef. That's actually his.
That's like what everyone
name.
knows him as. No one calls him anything else.
I think maybe 4 people.
No, everyone,
including his parents.
That's basically everyone he knows in his life. 4 people.
Well, Beef, listen. I had some interview questions that I had for you. Okay, I stored them in my mind. Okay, I've been thinking about them all week. Okay, so as some of us know, probably not the audience at all, but as some of us know, Beef, you are an avid, and this is not a play on words. Okay, get your mind out of the gutters. Okay, we know that you are an avid fan of sausage. And I think that's pretty good material for this podcast. And I just wanted to know 3 questions, and I could repeat them back to you if you need them. But this will go in ABC kind of order, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, when did you first start your sausage journey? Number 2, B. What is your favorite type of sausage?
Okay. Well,
And C, hold on. And C. What is your favorite type of beer to pair with sausage? Because we all know you like that Wiener. Okay.
Right. Actually, I mean, if we're talking about like beer that I've actually had with sausage, it's probably just gotta
buddy,
be.
You're going out of order. You're going out of
we
order.
gotta start with
I
A.
mean, I immediately jump into that, but okay. What was the first one?
It was when did you start how, and where did you start your sausage journey?
Okay, probably on a camping trip. And
Over a campfire.
I'm trying to think, like what age I would have been. Probably around 10ish. But I mean, we just got one of
You're a
those
late
like
bloomer.
summer sausages, and I
Was it
decided
like
to turn into
round?
it.
Was it like a foot long? Was it a Was
No,
it
it's just
long?
a little tube of sausage,
It's like a little chub.
and just cut it up and eat it.
Okay, I got you.
Why did you say it like that, a little chub?
It's because he wants to make everything gay here.
Whoa,
there, beefing.
I'm cutting the last minute. All right, okay. Back to number 2. What is your favorite type of sausage? And don't be afraid to be vain. And go.
Probably out of the 3 I've had, hunter sausage, which is basically just venison and game and shit like that.
Now for the layman, what is venison and what is game?
Deer and shit, dog.
And shit.
All right, and what is game?
Deer and shit, dog.
Game is just like
Alright.
anything, bro. It's gonna make it's mystery
it's
meat,
literally just
spam.
whatever they shot in the backyard.
All right. But how do you describe a gamey taste? Sorry, I didn't word that right.
How do you explain a game?
I don't know, man. Like,
I feel like
It's just its
grass,
own
dude.
taste.
think
I just
of
don't
like
like
beef,
it. I don't like gamey.
but
But if it was a raccoon,
Funky.
if it'd been
It's
eaten
like
in
it's
the
like the
garbage,
equivalent.
funky
It's like the
beef.
equivalent. Yeah, it's like the equivalent if like a fish tastes super fishy. It's like some like that.
like if you
Somewhere
had
into that.
normal cow, but you fed it garbage its whole life instead of
fucking yikes,
not
dude.
corn fed.
yeah,
Pretty sure it's the other way
Gotcha.
around.
probably.
All right, beef. Last question. What's your favorite type of beer to pair with some good old pork sword?
As my boys in Germany say, Bitburger, Das Bestes.
Bitburger. Is that a dark or a light beer?
Like, it's a pilsner.
Oh, it's okay.
Is that nasty ass
You
beer
wanna
you
describe
gave
to
me
it?
whenever I was at
Nasty
your
ass.
house?
Get out of here,
That
dude.
shit was disgusting. I'd rather drink
No, you
piss
just-
water, Bud Light.
You guys, okay? Let's talk about that. What's
That's
our
just
favorite
bad.
type of liquor?
That's just bad.
What's our favorite type of like alcohol?
Are you talking beer or liquor?
Both.
Either.
What do you prefer? And then what?
I
You know what?
prefer-
Okay, let's just start with liquor. Let's start with liquor.
All right, if I had to do liquor, probably from experience, just Jameson. Although there was this really good whiskey I had, but I got
Called
a
Monkey
little
Shoulder.
too drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the whiskey that
it's
I
called
get
monkey,
every day.
It's called Monkey Shoulder.
All right, so
What's it called?
Tristan got this bottle of Monkey Shoulder, which we only had one fucking glass of.
I honestly might put that as the thumbnail, the Monkey Shoulder, or like maybe just the little monkeys. I don't know what the fuck to put for the thumbnail for this.
Steal some of Maddie's art.
Oh, we seem to be talking about alcohol a lot, so.
Still,
probably the
just
Monkey
still
Shoulder.
random. Just still some random
Yeah,
picture
I'll
from
get a
Maddie's
stock
art.
You gotta
photo
put the
of, like,
Monkey
a
Shoulder
super
up there, and then you'll get lawsuit for using the Monkey
Yeah, I
Shoulder
could-
logo or something.
I'll have to get like a stock photo of like an off-brand beer.
Just,
Good light.
Just
good light.
Photoshop like some monkeys standing on each other's shoulders with some beers.
Yeah, I'll go into MS Paint and just fucking go. I'll just
Go
start
ballistic.
swinging. all right, Andre. What's your favorite type of liquor?
Right,
And how do you
know,
like it? How do you prefer it?
I've been drinking fucking Tennessee whiskey. Jack
Like,
Daniels
wow.
Tennessee
Jack
whiskey.
Daniels.
Yeah.
a
All the
classic,
time. That's
classic.
basically that, and vodka is basically all I drink.
I do not.
Vodka's something. I can drink it good with
Vodka's
like
just, like-
martinis and mixed stuff, but straight
Vodka's like the
vodka-
first thing that I like really started drinking, so it has a special place in my heart.
Just a disclaimer for everybody to know, because I know we're probably gonna have people who like care about our health listening to this. We're only talking about alcohol because it's on the subject. All right, we're not just like alcohol.
No, we're straight up fucking alcoholics. I drink
I mean,
every
yeah,
day.
I think what you
I'm on a
know,
goal
I think
to
what you-
destroy.
One of us,
I'm on a
maybe
goal to
two.
destroy my liver.
All right. Well, I'm not an alcoholic. I can't. All right. Anyway, okay. So how do you guys like your I like, honestly, I don't. It's hard for me to get down liquor. I'm trying to like whiskey. I'm trying to, but it's just it's hard. But anyway, how do you guys like to have your? How do you guys like your liquor? You guys like to mix it straight?
Whiskey was always one of those things where it's like I'm
Vodka?
gonna get into
Go
liquor. So it's like I want to get into liquor, and it's an acquired taste. So I kind of went into it the same way I got into coffee.
I've yet to acquire the taste. I just drink it because I have a good time.
Yeah, you kind of got to angle it a different way than going at it just like I want to get drunk. You got to be like I want to drink this and kind of enjoy it, I guess.
And because like okay, I've heard that some people in my little like 1 week whiskey phase I went through, they were talking about how now this might just be some shit that they were talking on vodka, but they were saying it was a whiskey channel, and they were talking about how like they were like, okay, vodka is just to get alcohol in something and get you drunk, but they're like whiskey's good for like if you actually want to taste it, like you can actually like drink that straight and get a nice acquired taste for that, and like the different types of whiskey, because there's all different types. That's what I'd like to get into. It's like I don't want to just start like drinking whiskey all the time, but I'd like to be able to get past that and just hating the taste.
I mean, you got to go into it wanting it.
I mean, I feel like it would help if you didn't.
Because I didn't want it hard enough.
I feel like
you didn't want it hard.
I feel like it would.
They were saying like monkey shoulder was gonna smell like honey, and I smelt it, and I swear like at least 5 of my nose hairs burned off.
Dude.
That was harsh.
I feel like
that was harsh.
I feel like you'll like it more if you drink it, like.
I just get
just like a little bit instead of just drinking it and like getting fucked up.
That's it.
That's
because
how it was.
I drink a lot because I had this like Jack Daniel's like Tennessee honey thing or whatever, and I thought it was good at first, and I drank too much of it, and I just like threw it up everywhere, and now I just hate it.
I've been hearing a lot of talk around here about a peanut butter whiskey.
I've tried that.
I've heard that, but
apparently it's really good.
I think you either like it or you hate it
yet, though.
I think you either like it or hate it, because I tried it and it was alright. Like it was actually alright. Like I could see how people would really love that, but you should try it. I mean,
I'll give it a look probably.
I should get that if we do
tomorrow, because I want to start getting some more stuff from mixed drinks.
Well, okay, what do you guys? What's your opinion on like some cheap ass vodka, like some Burnett's?
Dude, I mean, if you want to get drunk, if you're trying to get,
you can't even get drunk off Burnett's.
I mean, I just mean like,
I've drank a whole bottle of Burnett's vodka by myself before, and I just felt buzzed. And I'm a small guy.
You got some genes, buddy. It's all in that chest. You got like a 44 like A cup going on.
I couldn't tell you the experience off of Burnett's because I try to steer away from vodka.
Why?
Man, it's bad. It's cheap.
I'm a whiskey guy.
Vodka is like the very first thing I got like really fucked up on.
I think vodka is definitely. Well, besides like beer, my dad had me drinking like Crown Royal, like it was for my graduation, and I got super drunk. Well, he did. He was like, "Here's some Crown Royal," and then and my mom was there too, and like she was getting me like to drink screwdrivers and stuff.
Just throwing everyone under the bus. Like,
my
family supports underage drinking.
I drank with my parents too.
Sorry for name dropping, guys. sorry, mom and dad. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I tried it. It was.
For the first time, I got fucked up as at a girl's house, and we all know how that went.
You ran out.
Nice, dude. You kept your chastity. You just said your prayers.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad we're on the same page. Well, okay, so it was just like a little hangout, and everyone kept making drinks and not drinking them, so I kept drinking them, and the next thing I know, I'm just fucking like.
Kind of pussies, dude. You
wasted.
Make a drink. You gotta drink it.
I know, and this was my first time drinking too, and they weren't drinking it. I was like, fuck it, give it here.
Cowards.
I ended up getting really fucked up. I went through like a whole bottle of fucking, like, I went through like 2 bottles of that flavored fucking vodka.
Alright, you want a flavored vodka. You give that to me. I'll just pour it out.
That's horrible, man. I really do not like.
That's what I'm saying. That shit, like, I could drink a whole bottle and like barely be busted on that shit.
I mean, not only that, but it's like, wow, I didn't think vodka could taste worse.
Honestly, the cotton candy vodka mixed with like Dr. Pepper is pretty fucking banging.
I mean, maybe, but.
I mean, I had already been drinking whiskey and been really fucked up when I tried it, so I might have, that probably helped a lot.
Once you're like already drinking some, you're just drinking at that point.
That might have helped a lot that I was already drunk, but it tasted really fucking good.
Okay,
but then again, one time I was super drunk and Tristan made some fucking spaghetti, and it was just literally just noodles and tomato sauce, and I thought that was the best shit ever.
I just that wasn't even that was like Cedric's.
Yeah, I was crossfaded, and fucking Tristan's like, here, eat this, and I just fucking munched on that shit.
Did Cedric give that to us?
No, he was like, stop getting in my pantry, and you're like, I'm looking for something to make. The next thing I know, I have spaghetti.
Anytime I'm drunk or under the influence of something, it's like, give me something to grill.
give me a burger. Give me a nice piece of meat.
I just want to slap something on the grill and just like hear it and smell it. It's a good time.
That's funny. Dude, that's just the American in you. That's the Oklahoman in you. Okay. So what about beer on you guys? Andre, I know
really
that
in
you.
General.
I've just drunk around. Probably gonna land on my favorites or anything from Germany.
Germany's pretty good. Andre, you don't like beer at all?
No, I'll drink it to get drunk. That's about it. I'm not enjoying it though.
You don't like you a little Mike's Hard?
No.
I really like.
I just feel like when I'm drinking beer, I only drink to get drunk. I don't drink because I like the taste or nothing. So if I'm drinking beer, I just feel like I'm not getting the job done. I'm torturing myself.
If I'm drinking a beer, I'm typically just gonna drink it with like dinner or something.
Right? Yeah, because it's really like I mean, I used to drink like Bud Light. I mean, I wasn't just down in these. I just like that's the only beer that I knew because that's like the only fucking beer that I see. Then I tried, and then old Ethan was like, actually, I think I saw Guinness and I was like, okay, I'll get
yeah, you like
that
Guinness,
one that I got.
you?
Yes, oh my god, Guinness is just so good. Like extra stout or extra stout.
Yeah, it was like that extra stout.
It tastes like moldy bread.
It's like, okay, right now I have the drought, like the regular drought, I guess, and it's I mean it's all right, but man, that extra
you went
stout
and got
was
yourself
so
some
much
more.
better. This was just still from like
from the
time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, they've just been sitting in the fridge looking at me.
One thing I cannot handle. One beer I just will never enjoy. Besides like Budweiser, Bud Light, your basic stuff.
I feel like I already know.
Water.
It's Modelo, right? That's its name.
Yeah.
It smells like somebody just lit a joint next to my head. Every
you
time
just don't like limey
drinking.
beer, I bet.
I don't know. It literally just like somebody's like burning grass. It's
probably because we are every time.
There's a chance that someone did light a joint next to you. If you're drinking
Dude, honestly though, if you add some
I was
lime,
in my own bed, so that might be interesting.
Ethan, I'll invite you to like a little Mexican grill out sometime. I'll get some good Mexican steak and it's really like
carne
asada.
Really
good. Yeah, I'll put that on the grill and
maybe
Modelo's really good.
Because a lot of
really
beers
good.
are with context. That's how you get
it's really good if you
Next time
put
I'm in
lime in it
Oklahoma,
too.
I'll ask my dad to grill some carne asada, and y'all can come over and we can just have a little get together out there.
I'm coming over just for the food.
When's the next time you're gonna be here?
Fuck, when this dumbass Corona bullshit is.
Corona bullshit. All right. I was gonna say
like calm down a little bit.
Whatever. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Man. All right. I guess Andre and I. Well, I guess it wasn't recorded, guys. Just a quick, just to do it, just because everybody's doing it, just because it's happening in our world. What's your take on coronavirus?
For me?
Yeah.
Hate it.
Well,
and everything about it.
I think that's a good take.
I like it. I think it's the boomer killer.
I mean, I get the like necessity for like shutting everything down and everybody goes home and work and stuff.
How's it affecting you? How's it affecting you, Beef?
I mean,
what's it doing
totally
to you?
killed my last semester of college before summer.
Tell us what are you going to school for and what's your job?
I mean, I'm going to school for a biology degree, and my job is just some sit around IT office help people type job.
So basically,
you said you're working
shit.
from
You get
home.
paid to sit at a desk.
Basically, I don't do shit. This guy gets it.
You guys hear?
I'm glad.
So
glad we're on the same page.
So what do you thinking that you want to try to do in life if you have that set, or what are some ideas that you want to try to do? What do you like?
Bro, you better ask someone else because I'm asking myself the same questions.
Yeah.
What
Let
have
me
you
tell
gone
you.
through? What things have you gone through? Like ideas?
I mean, besides like gen eds, I mean, probably just a few biology classes.
So you like biology?
Wait, do you even have
Didn't
a
you
degree?
like psychology, right?
What do you mean? I'm only like 2 years in. So I'm like probably 2 years away from my bachelor's if everything goes good.
Did you only take one
so
psychology
you're probably
class?
not getting a bachelor's.
No, I didn't. Well, I did Psych 1, but I really didn't want to do psychology because everyone in my family did psychology.
I got
And
you.
it's interesting,
It's
but
so
I didn't
cool,
want
just
to
like
do the same thing.
He doesn't want to be a bandwagoner.
I think Maddie and I took Psych 1 together.
Yeah,
and that was to,
plus
like,
it's one of those classes that's just definitely you want to take, and you definitely want to
cool.
know it.
It's really interesting.
But I don't think it's something you want to major in. I just don't feel like there's too much you can do with it.
Probably not.
Same reason why I wouldn't do philosophy. I love my philosophy class.
Is there much you can do with most college degrees?
It depends on your degree.
I feel like
there's a lot you can do with the biology degree. That's the main reason.
Tell us how much you can do with an art degree.
I feel like half the degrees that people get you can't do
Killing
shit
it with the art degree. Besides, most of getting a degree is mostly just having it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jobs that just want you to be like, hey, it's like, hey, I got a bachelor's degree, and they don't give a fuck what it's in.
Can't you just fake
Exactly, it's bullshit.
But they're just like, all right, you got a bachelor's degree. Thug
It's
nasty.
dumb.
Tug nasty.
It's fucked up.
Fucked up, huh?
Yeah, because why does it matter if your degree's in fucking art?
Part of it is just to prove that you can do something, accomplish it, I guess. Some other.
Did you say art?
But it depends. Depends
It's
on
just
your
like,
job.
so it's basically just like, it's just like, here, can you waste 4 years of your life? Okay, come waste 4 years of your life with us.
And get you a little loan.
It's exactly what it is. It's a little prison.
So, beef, as probably no one knows actually that's gonna listen to this. You're part of the Jeep gang.
The Kotsky.
And yeah, part of the Jeep gang. How's it feel to be a part of the Jeep gang?
You might as well be a part of the
Pros
Kotsky.
and cons. Pros and cons. Let's get some pros and cons.
There is a long list of cons. Very short list of pros. But those pros are pretty cool. I get to go on any trail I want to.
Like you can take the doors off, that's about it.
Take the doors and the roof off. That's always fun to do in the summer.
Except for when there's Corona.
Man.
And then the Corona
Ethan,
can just
you know
seep
how
in.
you know how I told you about how we went to Robbers Cave like last weekend?
Yeah,
or
I
so?
love that place. Well,
okay.
as much as I love it.
Well, there was
never
like
been
okay.
there.
Well, there's like a trail. It's pretty cool. There's like a trail that kind of like you can. I don't know. There's like the actual place you could drive into, and then there's like a sketchy ass like little trail that goes off, and it also it connects to the highway, and it's like it's just weird.
Like
anyway,
a walking trail, right?
There's cars driving on it too.
Oh, I wouldn't know about that one then.
Okay, so it's almost like a loop. Like there's like the highway.
Trail.
There's the highway, and let's say like Robbers Cave is on the north of that highway.
Sure.
Well, there's also like, and you go north. Well, there's like a loop connecting like, it's like to the east of Robbers Cave and to the west of like the actual Robbers Cave or whatever. And it's like it's just a loop, and you could just drive up from like say like the west side and go north and east, and then you could turn left to get to Robbers Cave. Well, you can keep going straight, and I might be getting my directions wrong, but this is just for an image. Anyway, you could keep going straight, and you'll go into that trail, and then if you keep going straight, you'll go back onto the highway. You could just keep going straight, and then you turn right and get back on the highway. Well, anyway, we came from that first part, went to Robbers Cave, and had so much, a lot of fun. We didn't fall off and die. And
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty sad. So anyway, as we're leaving, and I drive a little Hyundai Elantra, and it's good on gas or whatever, but it's not good for what this happened. So we were driving, and this place is like 2.5 hours away, and so we were driving, trying to get out. And my GPS is like, okay, why don't you turn this way, the way that you didn't come out? And I said, okay, why not? And so I started driving, and like I should have known there was like a gate, like it was an open gate.
When he drove into the river.
yeah. See, like I just there was a gate, and there was like a van like parked outside, and I was like, okay, whatever.
Sounds
and
like
there was also
murdered in this story.
It was some crazy shit, like this little trail, like it was like cars were driving on it, but there's only like one car that we saw, and they were coming. It was like only one lane big, like it was so small, so thin, and this truck came before us, like and passed us, and they I was gonna say like, hey, can I get out this way, but I didn't, like a dummy, and so I drive. And
typical man refuses to ask for directions.
Hey, you know how I can walk around a store for hours.
the shoulders, the little tiny ass shoulders of this like little lane are like, it goes out like probably half a foot and then just starts dropping off, and so I'm just going, it's basically like a dirt trail. It's just a dirt trail, like it looks like there could have been some gravel, and so I'm going, and I mean, I'm going, and you know how like in those kind of dirt roads there could get cracks, just little cracks. Okay, so I'm going, and we see like a few cracks or whatever, and I'm like, okay, whatever, my car could do this, and it starts going down, like there's kind of a dip, like a pretty large dip, and at the bottom of that dip is like a small, like you can't, it's a bridge, but it's not like a wooden bridge, it's just still the road, it's just there's like a creek that runs under it, and so at that bridge it's just all wet and muddy. And
I want to know how I know that you're telling the truth is because you just keep on going.
Yeah,
you just keep stuttering and shit.
It could have sucked, dude.
If you were lying, the story would be over by now and it'd be funny.
Yeah. So I'm going, and I'm like, okay, I know how to get through this. I'm not gonna fucking, I'm just gonna speed through it and just let go of the gas, so I can just use my momentum to get through that. So I do. We almost like get stuck right there, but it's all right. And so we keep going. And
that was the first bad sign.
Yeah, that was strike one.
I didn't know this trail was even at Robbers Cave.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
at
so
this
we keep
point,
going.
I don't even know if he's at Robbers Cave anymore.
I mean, this is just the trail this is like a loop that leads to Robbers Cave. So I'm going, and like I'm looking at my GPS. I'm like, oh, I could turn around, but nah, I'm almost there. I'm almost there to the highway. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go. And it's like there's basically no way to turn around because it's
those trails can get pretty narrow.
Yeah, and I'm like going or whatever, and I'm like, man, what if like I think somebody did like come oncoming too, and we just kind of made room for each other. But anyway, so I pass that, I make it, and then just some big cracks in the ground, some wide cracks are there, and I'm like, all right, I could do it. And so I start going. Shit? Yes, like in the middle of the road, just running like with it too? Parallel. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going, Yeah,
those things don't have that much clearance.
That's an L.
Yeah. And I'm going, and it's running like it, obviously it's parallel. It's in the road, but it's parallel, going the same way. But it'll be like starting on one side, and it'll kind of like cross over to the other side of the trail. So it's like it's not like I could just drive on one side. So it's like I'm going, and I pass like one like little obstacle course, and that's strike two. I'm like, all right, I can make it. And then I go, and like there's this big one. I'm like, oh my god, we're so close. We're literally like 30 seconds away if I was just driving, which I was driving like 5 miles an hour.
What's Maddie doing this whole time?
She's just chilling, I swear she's like, oh my god, this is crazy. But she was like, but look at that creek, it's so pretty. And I'm like here, like sweating. I'm sweating balls. I'm like, all right, this is a I'm like, we're 2.5 miles away from home.
That'd be me
so
if
I'm going.
I'd just be vibing.
I'm going, and strike three staring me in the face. I see it, and we are basically just playing chicken with each other. I see this big ass crack, and I'm like, all right, I can do this. Whatever, I can do this. And so I go, and it's like, I try to, ease into it, and I'm just driving up, and there it is, and again easing into it, and my car, kind of just goes down just a straight foot, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I'm like, okay, well, we can go, and I start like I just push some gas, well, I hear my tires in the back spinning, the ground is like touching like the bottom of my car.
Oh, you're bottoming out.
Yeah, and yeah. So like you could hear some burnt rubber and shit. Like I mean, hear it. You could smell some burnt rubber, and it was strong. And I was like, ooh. And then as soon as like that happens, like I just put it in reverse, and I just fucking ease back out of it. But like as fast as I eased out of it as fast as I fucking could, and I got out of it. We got traction right away. But man, that was like the scariest. I was just like, all right. And so strike 3. Ooh, I was almost out because I pulled back around and I turned around in that small ass thing. Good thing my car is like 4 feet long, and I turned back around, and anyway I go back through the works. I go back through that other second, that first crack. Yeah, like I go back through like the same, because that's the thing. The creek was where that she was talking about, the creek that the bridge went over, and it's like I'm going over it like scared, like I'm like, oh, this could, we could just get trapped here. Like it's muddy, it's super muddy, and this is not like my car's like not even a foot off the ground.
Pretty creek.
Yeah, like I'm just going by, and she's just like, I mean, she's freaking out too. But it's like, this is a beautiful place.
It's just funny because the way you explain it.
Yeah, well, see, I'm keeping it cool, I'm keeping it cool. I'm like, oh, we got this. But inside, I'm just like, ooh. So I get back through, and she says it again. She's like, but look at that creek. And I'm like, I wish I could have looked, but my eyes were glued to like, just, I don't know, in front.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
This would have been the perfect time to be drinking and driving.
Going around
see,
those,
it sucked.
Trails in Colorado, you're driving, and the person next to you, because I'm driving around with my cousin, and she's sitting next to me. Honestly, she might have been freaking out more than I give her credit to, because she's scared of heights. So we're high up on these mountains, and you talk about that like drop off. There's like a drop off, like just a foot in the other direction. So I'm sitting here driving my Jeep along, and I tried to keep it positive just for her.
It's okay. It's okay. You're in a Jeep. If you fell off, you'd be fine.
Theoretically.
It's just a Jeep.
That's what you got that cage for.
I mean, you got big, like my tires are like a fourth of your tires. Like,
yeah,
I got it through. I got out alive.
2.5
hour drive back. But man, that was
just. Jeep, you might as well be in a spaceship.
The people,
yeah.
The people with like those super lifted Jeeps, those are needed for some trails, but your typical off the lot Jeep can pretty much go over all those trails. But
we're gonna be just forced to hike. We're gonna be forced to just camp somewhere and hike.
Super lifted Jeeps are just like running over trees.
Hell, I'd be. If I had a lifted Jeep like that, I'd find everything I could to drive over.
I should just get my car lifted.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
you get your like Honda just like lifted up.
Yeah, dude. You know it. It's getting hot in this house, man. I'm sweating. It is. Oh, I don't want to turn on the fan because my mic is so sensitive. I turned it on, and I turned it all the way up. I went in the complete corner of the room. Like, I had Maddie like with her headphones on and listening. I went in the complete corner of the room as far as I could and put my hand over my mouth, and I literally whispered as quiet as I can. I was like, "What up?" And she like, because I was like, let's hear if you can hear me. And she was like, "Yeah, it's like pretty loud." And I was like, "What?" Because she said "what up" back, and I was like, "What?"
That's funny. No, I got a pretty sensitive mic too.
It's long story short, it's going okay. I forgot what I was talking about, honestly. Man, we're at 35. This is the time's gone by fast. 35,
I know, I've been
30.
sitting here waiting to eat.
Oh. Well, shit.
Did you not eat lunch or something?
I've been sleeping all day. I didn't go to bed till like 6 or 7 in the morning.
Okay.
Andre's an early bird.
See,
I mean a late bird.
I don't like staying up late anymore.
Well, that's early, so.
Okay.
Beef would say it's.
No, I have a PlayStation 2 emulator, and I was playing Kingdom Hearts, and I just lost track of time.
You should be playing Crash Bandicoot.
Like, I looked at the clock, it was 12. I kept playing, and I looked back, and it was 6.
I wish I had something that could keep me up late, but like, everything is boring to me right now.
Just get scared to death.
Get this PlayStation. Get a PlayStation 2 emulator, and then you can just play all the games from your childhood.
I have a PlayStation 2. I have a PlayStation 1.
Yeah, but if you have a PlayStation 2 emulator, you can literally play anything.
Yeah, Ethan. Emulators are so much better than the real thing, dude. So much.
It really is. I get the max amount of frames per second on my computer. So
It's so much better. It's so much more nostalgia.
I got like this big old stack of old Xbox games and old PS2 games that my uncle used to play.
Tell me you got
I went and bought a whole ass PlayStation 4
I used to have
controller.
all the Halos, but I accidentally sold a good chunk of them.
Accidentally,
my ass.
Because you better believe I would never try and sell those.
He said, "I'm just saying it for the audience."
Man, Halo was my shit back in the day.
Halo 3 was my favorite.
I played all the Halos too much.
I played 1 and 2. They were cool, and then everybody got on 3, and 3 became the biggest thing in the world. And I was like, eh.
I didn't like the online. I only played for the story.
You guys didn't like Halo 3 online?
No, it was cool. Like it was cool.
Play any
but
of
at the
them
time,
online.
I didn't have an Xbox. I didn't have an Xbox 360. Sorry, I never had a 360, so I never got to enjoy that.
For online, I was a Call of Duty boy.
Yeah, I was pretty into Call of Duty too. Black Ops was the Call of Duty I got crazy into.
Mine was Modern Warfare 2.
I love both of those.
I mean, I played Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, but nowhere near as much as I played Black Ops. And then after Modern Warfare 3, I just kind of stopped playing.
Modern Warfare 2 is definitely like my most played, just because it was just fun to get a fucking nuke, just like.
You said 3?
Dominate everyone.
Modern Warfare 3?
Warfare 3.
That one, I love that because I got to play Infection all the time. And I just played on custom maps, and we just all like exploited the glitches, and it was really not fun at all, but it was all I had to do.
Why didn't you just get good at online?
Because it just wasn't worth it.
All I played on Modern Warfare 2 and 3 was Search and Destroy.
No, I always just played Team Deathmatch.
I was only good at free for all stuff, like on Black Ops when they had like those gambling games, and like the gun game was like my favorite. I won like every game that I played of gun game, but I was not good at any other game mode.
You know, Sticks and Stones, you have a ballistic knife.
Yeah. I like gun game more than Sticks and Stones though.
Because I played Sticks and Stones on Black Ops 2, my fucking kill death ratio with the ballistic knife is like 30 something point something.
See, I just was not good at getting that one shot. I was just good at running around. Like
I would die a bunch, but I would
just kill more than I would die. Like I would just run around and just.
Why everyone was trying to shoot me, I would just run up and knife them with the ballistic.
That was another fun thing to do. Just like what's it called when you humiliate people? That was so fun.
I didn't even try to shoot people. I was like, I know I'm good at this. I just knife them.
Man, let's see. Well, let's okay. Let's find a final subject to talk about, and then we could wrap it up, and then Andre could eat, I guess. Let's see. We talked. Well, I don't know, honestly. We're getting somebody on next week, hopefully, if he talks about it and he's down with it. But he was a COVID patient, guys. Get ready for that, because he's gonna tell you about his crazy. Yeah, he's a COVID survivor. He's alive to this day. He went through it. He went through the whole fix.
Does this mean he can put #MeToo?
You know what? Honestly, we might as well go ahead and wrap it up, because this is 40 minutes. So, all right, guys. Well, this was the official second episode of the Morning Breast, and this was me, Tristan. This was Andre, and we had Ethan here today. Ethan, I don't know if you want to plug anything, but do you have any like social media or anything you want to plug?
Man, I got like no social media. I don't think I've been to social media.
It's just some random hobo we picked up off the side of the street.
Yeah.
You guys just search up beef online. Just search up beef, and you'll find.
Yeah, you'll probably find a slab of beef.
No, that's basically you.
Hey, no, dude, I'm built.
It's a fucking beefcake.
Jesus.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later, and you guys have a good morning, even though this is like
fuck all of you
in the morning. All right, peace out, guys.